Have you ever stood at the edge of something new, feeling both terrified and strangely drawn to it? That moment where the familiar no longer fits, but the future looks like a fog you can't see through? That's the moment where faith enters the chat. Today, we're talking about stepping out on faith, what it really means, why it's so hard, and why it might just be the most powerful move you ever make. Faith isn't the absence of fear, it's moving despite the fear. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a bridge you can't fully see. You've heard it's there, others have crossed it, but your eyes can't confirm it. Stepping out on faith is choosing to move anyway. For example, Abraham in the Bible left everything he knew because God told him to go, with zero clarity on where. Modern-day entrepreneurs leave high-paying jobs to pursue uncertain dreams. People healing from divorce let go of familiar pain to make space for a life they've never tasted yet. Fear, doubt, and control. These are the usual suspects that hold us hostage. We are wired to seek safety and certainty, and faith is the opposite. Faith often asks us to let go of our plans. It demands we surrender. That's terrifying for people who are used to control, especially if life has ever betrayed them before. Reasons it's hard? Because of fear of failure? What if I fall flat on my face? Fear of judgment. What will people think? Fear of being alone? Who's going to walk with me if I do this? Imposter syndrome? Who am I to believe I can? But here's the twist. Not stepping out is often more dangerous. Staying in a comfort zone that's no longer serving you, that slowly depletes your soul. Being stuck in a job, relationship, or mindset that you've outgrown, that is a slow demise. Faith doesn't promise easy, it promises growth. Every time we choose fear over faith, we delay our destiny. 2 years ago, I sat in my car outside a job I once prayed for, in tears. Not because of traffic, not because of some bad meeting, but because I knew I didn't belong there anymore. Every day felt like wearing shoes 2 sizes too small, tight, painful. I was outgrowing my old life, but the thought of walking away terrified me. How would I pay bills? What would people say? Was I being ungrateful? But deep inside, I heard it. It's time. So I did the unthinkable. I quit. With no next job lined up, I just trusted. And it wasn't magic. There were days I doubted, I cried, I questioned my sanity, but slowly doors opened. A calling came into focus. A life I didn't know I deserved started unfolding. And I realized something. The unknown isn't the enemy. Staying stuck is. So let's talk about the reward. What happens after you step out? The clarity doesn't come before the leap. It comes after. Once you step out, something magical begins to happen. Doors open you didn't knock on. Show up you never expected. Gifts inside you rise to the surface. You grow, you glow, you rise. Stepping out on faith teaches you that the universe is not against you. It's waiting for you. Faith is magnetic. It attracts what you need, opportunities, people, healing, but it requires the first move. Some real-life examples. J.K. Rowling, a broke single mom who still wrote Harry Potter. That's faith. Oprah, fired from her first TV job, but kept going. That's faith. You, yes, you watching this right now. You have a story. And there's a version of you on the other side of faith that would make your current self weep with joy. Okay, so it sounds good. But how do you actually step out on faith? Here are 7 practical steps. Get quiet and listen. Faith doesn't scream. It whispers. Make space to hear it. Journal. Pray. Meditate. Pay attention to recurring nudges. Face the fear. Honestly, list out your fears. Write them down. Call them out. Sometimes fear fades when you name it. Visualize the life you want. What does life on the other side of faith look like? Feel it. Picture it in detail. That vision becomes your anchor when doubt hits. Start small. You don't have to leap off a cliff. Start with a step. Send the email. Say the thing. Make the move. Momentum builds confidence. Surround yourself with belief. Get around people who speak life, who cheer for your growth. Community is a catalyst. It will make you look wild. That's okay. Most breakthroughs begin with someone being misunderstood. Trust the process. Faith is not linear. It's messy. But even when it doesn't feel like it, you're moving. Trust the process. Let's be honest. There will be moments when it feels like your faith isn't working. The door won't open. The money runs out. The silence gets loud. But here's the thing. Faith isn't a vending machine. It's a long game. Sometimes the delay is your protection. Sometimes the rejection is redirection. Sometimes the wait is where the transformation happens. When it feels like faith is failing, it's usually working behind the scenes. You weren't made to play small. You weren't built to just survive. There's more, and faith is your vehicle to it. Whatever you're sitting on right now, the decision, the dream, the move, know this. You don't have to know how it will work. You just need to know it's time. The how will meet you on the journey, but the first step, that's yours. Walk by faith, not by sight. You've got this. Faith is not believing everything will go your way. It's believing you'll be okay, no matter how it goes. If this video moved something in you, drop a comment below. Tell me what step you're about to take. And if you're still standing at the edge, take your time and don't make any haste decisions, but promise me this. Don't stay stuck forever. You were made for more. Like, share, and subscribe for more content about healing, growth, and bold living. And remember, sometimes the bravest thing you'll ever do is believe again. Thanks for watching.